Well, hello all. So, another day, another heat wave, and how people are saying, it's just normal, there's nothing wrong with the heat that we're seeing. Well, today here in the U.S., Texas and parts of the Southwest will see 115 degrees Fahrenheit. You can't live in that type of temperatures, so people have to stay in their boxes, their air-conditioned boxes, just to survive. And the ones that are in the boxes are trapped in there because they can't go outside and do things for very long at all. And for the wildlife in that area, it's devastating. You're killing off thousands of birds and all kinds of animals that used to live out there in that heat that you say doesn't exist. But it does exist. The far right wing in this country are saying that there's no such thing as climate change, and that Biden declaring a climate emergency is nonsense. Well, it isn't nonsense if you're in the hot areas and the extreme drought areas of the U.S. Lake Mead is a lake here in the U.S. that produces a lot of electricity for the southwest of the U.S. and it's at its all-time record low. It's so low that it's probably going to have to shut down the electricity generation. Now, that's another emergency. And the problem is, like, Biden came out yesterday with a lame environmental speech. He didn't want to turn people off, so he kept it mild and not much to it, when really, look at the heat waves in Europe and the UK and what damage has occurred from the fires there. And look at Spain and every other country that's suffered through this heat waves of July, August, September. We're not even halfway through the heat wave situation yet. They come and go, yes, but it's ridiculous that we're not willing to look and see that the heat waves are part of climate change. Now, here in the U.S., Biden had a plan called Build Back Better, which would have done a lot of good the U.S. economy and the environment. But there's Joe Manchin, who is a Republican stuck in the Democrats, in the Democratic Party, who has just caused absolute hell and stopped all momentum for Build Back Better and other environmental projects here in the U.S. He needs to be thrown out. He needs to be shut up, disbarred, and gotten rid of. But no, the Democrats are too weak to do that. I don't understand that. Why not get rid of the filibuster? Why not do something with the Supreme Court, like pack the court in the left side of the thing, since the progressive side of things is far better for our country than on the right side of things, where all of our rights get taken away. The rights for women to choose, the right for anybody to get married to whoever they want to. Since when does the court have the right to come and take that all away? And then they say that's freedom? That's not freedom, that's exactly the opposite. But that is how the right wing work. They say one thing and they absolutely mean the opposite. It's frustrating to see what's going on around the world and how people can't do anything about the situation with the environment because of these right-wing entities throughout the world who are just ruining any chance of democracy around the world. And we're going to all burn down together. The left, the right, the progressives. We need to start putting in and working with the parties we have, because the people are too stupid to put in a third party. So we're stuck with the Democrats on one side and the Republicans on the other. The people that are going to vote are going to have to vote in progressive left-wing Democrats. That's the way you're going to get rid of this problem. The only way we're going to tackle it is put in progressives. You cannot put in right-wing, middle-of-the-road, la-di-da-da. I'm conspiracy here, conspiracy there, conspiracy, nutballs that are constantly being put in our legislature all over the U.S. in different states. And it's getting bad, and we need to wake up to this and do something about it. We can't just sit on our ass anymore in 115 degrees stuck in our little boxes of air conditioning. That air conditioning is going to go away pretty soon because they won't have enough electricity to run all those air conditioners. So it's up to us to do something now. We've got an upcoming election here in the U.S. and we better vote the right way, because if we vote in more nutball right-wing conspiracy nuts, we're going to end up with a hell of a problem of mass die-offs like they had in Europe. 1,700 people dead so far of the heat waves over there. Here we have more air conditioning, so we're not seeing the die-off that we are seeing in Europe. But it's just a matter of time before we do see it. And we've got a whole summer ahead of us to find out what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. And today is no different. We're going to see a massive heat wave swing into Texas and the southwest of the U.S. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it except get on board and figure out how to get progressives into the Democratic Party. AOC, did anybody ever know that AOC was arrested over the week? She was arrested, and nobody even knows that. She's part of the progressive left, and she needs to have people around her that are like her so that we can get dealing with the environment and what we need to do with the environment and this constant attack on our rights, abortion rights, the right to marry who you want to marry, and all the rest of it, that the right wing, this nonsense about schools not being able to read certain things or say certain words. That's the right-wing nutballs turning our country into a right-wing fascist country. We need to stop this. Get progressive left into office wherever you live. Work at it. We have to. We're at the end of the road, people. It's incredible. The monarch butterfly is now on the endangered list here in California because of the weather and the lack of land. All the land is being taken away and houses are being put on it. This is ridiculous. We need to get the left back into office and get some progressive legislation fixed here in the U.S. and around Europe as well. You need to get the left, the progressive left, back into office. We've tried the tasting of the right, and we see what that gets us. Insurrections, endless conspiracy theories. People die when the right wing get into office. And once again, the right wing is in office, and here we are, dying from heat waves, dying of lack of action on the environment. But it's something that needs to be done, and needs to be done now. This is serious, and I've been recovering here from this surgery I have. And it's really hard to do a video right now. So I just do a few of them now and then while I'm recovering from prostate surgery. But I'm feeling a lot better now, and I feel like I'm going to be coming back not in the not too distant future with more environmental videos coming up. But people, we need to do something. It can't be just a few of us out here blah, 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 and no one listening. It needs to be everybody listening and doing something about it. What are you doing about your footprint on the planet Earth?